Since 2005, the one car that has been ruling the 7-seater segment is, as you all know, the Innova. Now what you see over here is the all-new Innova HyCross, and what this is, now this is a strong hybrid version of the Innova. It's a completely new car, as you can see from the looks, and a lot of things has changed on the inside, outside and under the hood. Hi guys, welcome to DriveSpark. I'm Promeet, and today what we are driving is the all-new Innova HyCross. So let's quickly start this video as I tell you everything you need to know about this SUV. So now let's quickly start off with the front end of the car, and as you can see that a lot has changed. As far as the designers go, you can see that this gets an all new grille. It's a very wide grille. You have a big logo, you have a camera, obviously that's a part of the 360-degree camera feature, and you have a ton of chrome, as you can see over here, and you have some brushed aluminum accents. Also, you can see that the headlight unit is now completely LED. It is very bright, and over here you see that this is the DRL that also converts into the dynamic indicators. Over here you get the fog lights, again an LED unit, and on the hood you can see you get some beautiful lines and creases that actually make the car look much more bulkier and sportier from the front end. Now let's quickly move on to the side profile, and over here you can see that you get body cladding all over. That obviously gives the car a much more muscular look when you look at from the side. And these wheels, now they are single tone, and this is 18 inches. They actually go pretty well with the overall car's size, and the tire profile on this is 225/50 R18. Now moving on, you get the hybrid badging on either side. You also get body colored ORVM, and you can see that it has an integrated indicator as well, that's LED, and just below that you have your cameras present again for the 360-degree camera feature. Also, you can see that there are no roof rails. You got a shark fin antenna, some subtle body lines and creases that run all along the car, giving the car a slightly sportier stance. And also there's one more thing that I'd like to point out is that this now gets a massive panoramic sunroof. And now let's move on to the rear end of the vehicle, and the rear end has also changed a lot. As you can see, it has now grown. It's got a spoiler, it's also got a stop light. That's the shark fin antenna that I was talking about. It's got a huge window that has these defoggers, wiper with the washer, again a ton of chrome that is present over here. Your Innova HyCross, obviously this is a strong hybrid version, so you get the hybrid badge. This is the ZX variant. You get your camera over here, parking sensors. They do not get adaptive guidelines, but yeah, this is how the rear end looks like. So now let's quickly open the boot, and to open the boot you can do it through a lot of things. Like for example, you have a request sensor that is over here. You can press that. You can also open the boot via this key, and this is the key for the new Innova HyCross. Now as you can see over here, very little space. You get your subwoofer that is present over here, JBL. That's a 9-speaker system. You got a JBL subwoofer here, and if you want to fold down the seat, you just have to do this. After folding down the seats, you get a space of around more than 990 liters. Plus, if you want to recline back, that's how you do it, and that is how you align it. Now this also gets 3 individual headrests. Now the third headrest, that's on the center headrest, it's placed over there. You can place it over there since you don't need it. If you need it, obviously you take it out and you place it over there. And to close the boot, again, very good feature that I like is now this gets electronic tailgate. So with that, we finish the exteriors of the all new Innova HyCross. Let's move on the inside and I'll tell you more about it. So now we are at the driving seat. Obviously we are at the interior. Let me tell you about the interiors on this car. Now as you can see that a lot has changed. Over here the center console has changed, the cluster has changed, the steering wheel almost remains the same. Obviously you get your steering mounted controls that help control the infotainment system and your cluster as well. And before that, let me just quickly show you that this is how you open the sunroof. So that is the massive panoramic sunroof that you have, and obviously to close it, you can obviously close the blinder like that, and to close the sunroof you have a separate button. Everything is controlled via this, and to close the blind you just have to press this. That's how the sunroof works. Now let me quickly explain. Now you have your JBL sound system. Like I explained, you have a 9-speaker system that is absolutely amazing. Sound quality is good. You can see that you have a lot of soft touch material now over here. The dashboard is not soft touch material, but it is good quality plastic. You have soft touch material on the door as well, and now only the driver's seat is an electric seat, and this gets 2 seat memories. Now that's a really good thing. Also, you can see that this is the center console. You get your massive touchscreen over here. So you get your massive touchscreen, and this touchscreen actually, I think, I mean, there is no lag, but you have to press a little hard while you're touching. As you can see, that the touch is not that sensitive, but yeah, it will do your job really well. Just below that, you have your climate control. Now this has 2-zone climate control. So you have 1 zone for your front, and you can see over here it's written rear. So the rear is control. You can control the climate from behind as well. Below that, you can see that the gear lever is placed at an angle. Looks really cool. You have your buttons that says view. Now if you press view, now this is the 360-degree camera feature. I just wish they could have given a slightly better camera option. So this is how your view goes. Now you have an electronic parking brake, you have auto hold, you have drive modes, you have a pure EV button, and you have traction control. Just below that, you have your charging sockets, a Type C and a Type A. You have some storage space over here. So you can see some 2 cup holders, and this thing also opens up. It's a very weird place, like I don't know if it opens up like this, but yeah, it opens up like this, and you have a lot of space over here. This does not recline back and forward. And plus, also one thing that I forgot to mention is that now this gets ventilated seats for both passengers. You can see over here it gets this ventilated seats, and there are 3 settings. You can set it according to your need, and that's about it. So let's talk about the cluster. Now the cluster is something that is new. Obviously, you have your dials. It's an analog and digital cluster. So what it does is, let me just quickly show it to you. So this is how the cluster looks like. You can see that you have your power, eco, and your charging gauge over here. Then you have your fuel gauge over there, your temperature gauge, and this is your screen in between that will show you a lot of features about the car. Obviously, let's talk about the steering wheel. So this is how the steering wheel looks like. It's not a flat bottom steering wheel. You obviously get some paddle shifters over here. That is the stock for the wipers. That is the stock for your headlight unit. And over there you get your automatic headlight, you get your headlight leveler, and that is to open the boot. Also, you can see that this is the steering mounted control. This is to control the infotainment system, and over here you get a lot of features like your lane keep assist, and you have a ton of features on this car that I will be explaining while I am driving the car. So guys, this was pretty much the front end, the interior of the HyCross. Now let's go behind and I'll tell you more about that. Yeah, so now we are at the rear end, and as you can see that this seat was adjusted according to my height. I'm 6'1", and you can see that there is a lot of space. Now once again, these 2 seats are electronically adjustable, and how you can adjust it is first of all, you can see that there is a button over here. You can just show them the button that's here. So this button that I'm pressing, so you can see now that you have your recliner, and obviously you can recline the seat behind as well. There's a small button that's present over here. So this is the second button. So what this does is, if you press this, your seat will completely go behind, and not only like a little bit. Let me just continue it. Okay, so this is how much it goes back, and with the help of this support, you can just relax and go for a comfortable drive. Let me quickly come back. This thing, the electronic seat, definitely take time, but it's okay. Pretty feature loaded rear seat. Lacks on one thing, that is ventilation, and by the time you can see over here, this is the second zone that I was talking about. So obviously there is a screen. You can increase or decrease the temperature, your fan speed, put it on auto, switch it off, and I think this is for your ambient light is what I'm assuming, but right now the headlights are not on, so the ambient light won't be on. And also you get this manual blinder system that actually gives you a lot of privacy, and obviously there's a lot of sun. You can relax, put this, lie down and go for a very long drive. And also one more thing guys, this is a table that comes out like this. Your 2 cup holders, your place to keep your phone or wallet, and if you don't want this, there's a lever over here. Just press this and fold it down. To be very honest, I am not going to the rear seat, and you can see that there is not enough space, so I would definitely leave this rear seat for children, and because I am unable to fit over there. So yeah guys, that was the interiors of the HyCross, and now let's quickly hop onto the driving seat and I'll drive it and tell you how the HyCross is drive to on the road. So guys, now we are at the driving seat of the all new Innova HyCross, and let me give you a quick engine brief. So this is powered by a 2-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, and also this has got a battery pack and an electric motor. Now the combined output is 183 bhp of power and 206 Nm of peak torque, and this is mated to an eCVT gearbox. It is fantastic. A 0 to 100 can be done under 10 seconds. So you have 3 driving modes. You have your eco, normal, and that is power, that is sport mode. So obviously the throttle response increases and decreases according to the modes you set. And also let me talk about the suspension. So the suspension setup is really soft. They have calibrated the suspension setup according to the Indian roads, and obviously the car has some amount of body roll because obviously it is a long car, it is an SUV. But yeah, overall the suspension setup is really nice. It's really plush, it's soft, it gives you that luxury feel, and also when you floor it, you can see that the power delivery is linear. It's not immediate, but yes, it is definitely nice. Also, the electric motor helps you in a couple of things. That is, it helps you increase the mileage of the vehicle, because obviously when you are cruising at speeds, the electric motor is assisting the IC engine, and the combined output of those are obviously brilliant. Toyota claims that this car can give around 21 kilometer per liter, and that is astonishing for an SUV this size. Seats are really comfortable. Obviously, as I mentioned, that the driver's side seat is electronically adjustable, but the comfort from the seat is absolutely amazing. You got good under thigh support, you got good side bolsterings, and you have a very cushiony seat that will give you a very plush ride. When you're going for long drives, you can just go comfortably without any hiccups, and you can just cover miles on this car. And guys, the steering response is also nice. I mean, if you flick the steering wheel from left to right, there is no lag. The steering response is absolutely spot on. And overall, this is a very nice and a plush ride. There's a speed bump coming, and it just absorbs the speed bumps really nice. NVS levels are really good. So yeah guys, that was the HyCross, and it's a very good car to drive around, especially when you're going out with a lot of people on a road trip. So guys, this was the all-new Innova HyCross, and this car is available in 7 different color options, and obviously you have 2 different powertrains. One is a strong hybrid and the other one is an NA. So the expected price for this car is between 28 to 35 lakh ex-showroom, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. I'm Promeet signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.